Welcome to my Let's Play series, where I'll be going through this new recent updated mod pack. However, I thought everything was extremely calm. All the mobs were not that much hostile. However, I was incredibly wrong. Uh, the one thing about this mod pack that I never realized was that there is something called a hot air balloon. I saw it in the crafting when I was crafting some of the stuff earlier on. However, I was not ready for what was about to hit me when I started recording this. I went live and I thought, okay, I'm just going to do my regular stuff that I normally do and then go get deep slate. But no, that's not what was about to happen. I got instantly obliterated. By what? A balloon. A balloon. I have no idea where he spawned from. I think he came from the ground. Like when raids happen in villages, because that's sort of counted as a village, the thing that I'm staying out of. And so that's where he came from, like the ground. He spawned inside the ground and then rose up and then just blew me to hell. That's where he blew me. Because I insta died. I wasn't wearing any armor given, okay, but that's not the point. The point is that okay, this world is on hard mode, but I was not expecting to be woken up by a Vindicator balloon with a cannon on it that does 150 damage per shot or something like that, because it wiped my health bar like nothing. I did eventually get all my resources and repack everything into the chest, but some of the stuff was missing. Later on, I figured out some of the stuff was missing, like it had blown up in the explosion. I had, I think, 3 stacks of emeralds, and it was gone. I had a couple of stacks of iron, not just the 2 that you see there, but I had a couple more than that. I had some other stuff from the nether that I got from the exposed nether portals that spawn in the overworld. So if you want to go into the nether and you want to go to a specific place, for example, like the blue nether or the red forest, the crimson, what the blue one's called? Yeah, I forgot. So if you want to go into a crimson forest or the blue forest, you just have to go around the world and find a portal that is got the blue trees or the red trees. Or if you want to spawn in a basalt biome, you can look for the portal that looks like that, and then just build the portal around, and then go in, and you'll spawn right into that biome instead of manually like searching for it where you would have to in the normal, which is actually really nice. I prefer that because then I know where I'm going. But in this episode, I built the portal fairly close to where my base is right now, and I spawned in a basalt biome anyway. So that was extremely fun. I won't give you any spoilers on the nether. I'll put the video in here as well and show you what the nether experience was like. For me, because I'm not a builder, I'm more of a gatherer. Like I get all the resources, and then when it comes down to building, I sit there for like 20 minutes trying to figure out what I'm doing. Because I don't go into creative and figure out like how I'm gonna build this and how I'm gonna build that. I just go off my brain and then build something. But this time I want to build a mega base. And that mega base is going to be a circular structure. And at the bottom, it's going to go all the way to deep slate. I already have a plan on how to dig it out. I'm not going to use TNT dupers because in this mod pack, you get a golem that allows you to dig out a certain area for absolutely free, I guess. You just build it and it digs out like a area for you. You just mark it and it digs it out for you. And it keeps all the resources inside its inventory, which is really good. There's so many quality of life updates in this. The only thing that I don't really like is my favorite block just looks like minimal. Quartz, it looks too much like snow blocks. Because in this you can craft snow block. how can I say, building blocks, but out of snow. So I'll have to find an ice biome that's pretty close and go get normal snow. I could make a snow golem and farm him, but I never do that. So I just go do it the hard way, which is go to the biome and then get the resources I need. And then I know where the biome is, but I need my wings for that first. However, I'm not going to rush this episode. I'm going to try do one thing at a time and try get my mega base up before I go to the end, because I want to be completely prepared to take on the dragon for the second time. I've only beat it once before by myself, so this will be my second time trying to beat the Ender Dragon. And in this mod pack, I heard that the dragon is quite, um, I would say, distasteful, in the sense that it doesn't give you an opportunity to do anything, kind of like RL Craft Bedrock. However, I'm going to still try and attempt to beat it. There is an overhaul end update, and there's end ore that I'll be able to get. I think it's called Enderium or something like that. I did look at some of the pieces that come from there. It's like an upgrade from netherite, basically. However, I'll only take that on in a later stage because I would like to be more confident with the gear that I have on before I go and take the dragon on. It's not the fact of me dying, it's just more of the fact that I make like silly mistakes. You'll see in my playthroughs that I make silly mistakes where I could have put water down and I didn't. And I could have saved myself from a lot of different situations, but I didn't think in the moment. I just thought planning ahead instead of planning for now. However, sometimes when I do play, I do sort of find hidden gems. Like I have this ability to find bastions out of nowhere and fortresses as well. I just don't have the end luck loot that I would like to have. It does happen like after an hour being in the end, but you can't have everything, I guess. I really enjoy playing this mod pack. This mod pack has everything that I'd want in the normal game. However, just a little bit of an overhaul. Like some of the blocks that you can build with is completely different to normal Minecraft. Obviously it would because it's a mod pack. But building out of snow, I never thought you could build like pillars with snow and stuff like that. But now you can. So that makes it a bit better for like a variety of building things that you have. This balloon that I was shooting at, I made a mistake. If you look closer, you'll be able to see that it was a villager, like one of the wandering villagers that sells you the mending book. But I didn't realize that when I killed him by accident. I thought it was a pillager. And no, you can't fly this balloon. Yes, you can. I just haven't figured out how to do it. I tried everything. I pressed every button on my controller. I went into the settings to see how to fly a vehicle, and there was nothing there. So I'll have to YouTube it and then go back into Minecraft later and try and fly it. I'm pretty sure you need coal or something that would make it fly, because for me, I couldn't figure it out whatsoever. I even crafted the Realism craft book to see if there's instructions in there, but it just gave me an overhaul view of all the new items and the overhaul update that happened. But I'll figure it out eventually on how to fly. And once I do, then I'll be able to get to locations a little bit faster. There is an inventory inside, just a normal single chest inventory, kind of boring. Although there is backpacks in this too. There is a thing that can happen at night when you're running around. You could find a zombie that has a backpack on him, and when you kill the zombie, he'll drop the backpack for you. But to interact with the backpack, you need to crouch and not have anything in your hand, and then interact with the backpack. But the only way to take it home, if it's full, is you have to take your chest piece off, put the backpack on, and run home. You can't keep the chest piece on. And I don't know if you can infuse the backpack with the chest If you can, that would be really cool because then you'd have armor and inventory space at the same time. So I know there's mod packs out there where you can just put the backpack into your inventory and toggle with it there instead of you having to physically put it on your back. So maybe the creators of this mod pack can optimize that a little bit to the point where we can infuse the chest plate with the backpack. Obviously, it will take a lot more materials to do, but it's possible. So it will be a leather back diamond chest plate, and then you can put a trim on it, and then that's as far as you can go with it. Um, Same with obviously upgrading to netherite. You would still keep the backpack in the chest plate, but instead of having to pick it up when it's full and put it on your back and take off your chest plate, that's like one less piece of armor, and the chest plate is what gives you the most protection, especially against hostile mobs. I have to physically take that off and then run like, I don't know, I think it's 2,000 blocks home and then 2,000 blocks back to where I was originally. And it's not optimal for me. So I kind of want people that created this mod pack to sort of find a way for them to pick up the backpack and have it slotted into your inventory when it's full. And then when it's empty, it still stays with its nominal interaction where it sits in your inventory. Because having to pick it up and put it on your chest is not optimal, in my opinion. It just exposes you to getting like killed by things, especially in hardcore. I don't want to know how that experience is because I'm gonna go there eventually. After I've finished the series, I'm gonna switch to hardcore and try to play through this on hardcore. I've had many attempts on hardcore and I've died through most of them. I'm not used to the game mode, and because of how clumsy I am, and I'm very exploring type of person, I get distracted by little things, and those little things will kill me. So it's going to be a bit of a difficult time for me to try and play hardcore when I take little risks to big risks, like jumping down a cave and hoping there's water down there, and then sometimes I die. So I don't think hardcore would be a great suggestion for me unless I was completely like content on running in a straight line and not looking, well, actually looking around me so that I don't fall. But I get distracted by things in this game because everything looks so vibrant, especially with the new ambient visuals that they gave us. Uh, I can't put that in this mod pack because it hasn't been updated to that yet. I will as soon as it has. But vibrant visuals is so much cleaner on Xbox now, and just like it was like on PC, it's not as close as it was or is on PC, but it's close enough for me. I mean, the water looks absolutely amazing and everything like that. I haven't played like a full episode of the normal Minecraft with the vibrant visuals. I just hopped into the mod pack because I saw it had an update. So I was intrigued, and so I decided to stream it because I haven't been on this mod pack since its first release when I bought it. And the first release was also really, really good. The second release is giving me um, bad times, I guess, because I'm not used to some of the mobs that are in here. There is a mob in here that I found in the first episode that looks like a chicken, but it's not a chicken. It attacked me, came out of the rocks or the wall. It attacked me and it did quite a lot of damage. It's like a critter or something like that. I'm not too sure what it is. I didn't even get the name for it. It's probably inside that book, that book that I crafted and I'm looking at. But I don't know what its name is, and so that gave me a problem when searching for it in the book. I just looked for the looks, I guess, but it doesn't take a lot of damage uh, immediately. I think I glitched out in one of the situations where I fought it. But anyway, that's not the problem now. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna get all the resources back home with this backpack situation. I have like 3 backpacks that I've picked up. But like I said, once they're full, you have to put them on your back. So you can't pack 3 backpacks and take them with you, because how do you put all 3 on your back? You'll have to leave 2 behind and come back for them. Even though they can't get destroyed, but they can get picked up by a zombie, because a zombie doesn't wear armor unless you're in hardcore or in hard mode like I am. So the chances of it getting picked up are like 100% versus me coming back and getting them. So I'd have to find the zombie that it's on, kill the zombie, and get my backpack. And that doesn't seem optimal at all. So once I figure out how to sort of take the backpack home without having to pick them up, like an easier way, maybe in a boat, like you would capture an animal in a boat, maybe I'd try to do that. And then I would row myself home, even though that's going to take even longer to do. But I need to make an ice highway from the villages so that I can get all these villages into my mega base. The village that is across from me, a lot of them don't have jobs, and I gave them jobs. There was a lot of villagers. Like when I first got there, there was a ton of them, and they were just breeding. So I made extra beds and I made extra things for them, so that when I do take them into the mega base, that I will have quite a community to work off of while I'm busy doing my thing. There is a weird creeper in this. There is a green creeper, there is a magma creeper, there is a normal creeper, and then I think there's also a I don't think now. The magma creeper is inside the nether. I don't know if there's an end creeper yet. I have not figured that out. I'm not going to the end until I've sort of played through this entire nether and overworld. And then I've got all the enchants and tools that I want. Because I still have iron. I do get diamond in this episode, but at what cost though? So this cave alone was a nightmare. As you can see, the glowing yellow eyes, that's a creeper. It's a green creeper, one of the creepers I was talking about. They are everywhere. There is a normal creeper. I did see a normal creeper, a normal green one. But these darker green ones, I think they dwell in the depths of the caves. The explosion is the same. It doesn't have a different effect. I mean, I tested it twice. Once when in the first episode when it exploded, and then I had one explode. Here's a dweller. You see that thing that came out of the cracks of the wall there? That thing is a dweller. There'll be a couple of them that will chase me, and they run. They don't stop for anything. They just chase you the whole time until you're dead, which, in my opinion, is just crazy. I don't have time to rest. Well, I did twice. And when I came out of it, I was chased by 2. I did eventually die to 2 of them, but there was nothing I could do. I still had iron armor, which I don't have anymore, but I do need to get enchants on my armor and my tools so that I can be able to take down some of these guys. It is incredible the amount of damage they do to me. I did hide myself in the wall to get my health back, but it wasn't working out the way I wanted it to work out. And the creeper, I know the one is a magma creeper. I know that for sure. The one that's in the nether. That yellow creeper, I don't know what it's called. Yeah, they just run up on you. Well, that's a normal zombie. You'll see what I mean in a few minutes. There we go. Hello. He hits me so hard, I go into the stone. This apple didn't even save my life. It was there for a decoration. That's what that apple is for. A decoration. I need the enchanted apples to save me from this. Because these dwellers do so much damage. I need to get used to them. They give me a fright because I'm not really... Like, when I'm running around, I am not looking for them. They are looking for me. They're just gonna come out of the cracks. And their sound is different. So there we go. There's another one. And it leaps. I didn't know it leaps like that. How it can jump that high and take 0 fall damage, but I do, makes so much sense. So much sense. Normal zombies, fine. I can take care of this, right? But them dwellers do so much damage. It's not even a fair fight at that point. They have 2 arms they hit me with. I have 1 axe that I hit them with, and I just scaled, like, try and scale out of there like a snake, but it doesn't work out my way. So when you're going into the caves, I'm just gonna prepare myself for the worst. I need to get a bow that's like really powerful. I think the dwellers don't, I think they ignore, like, there's another one. Hello. I think they ignore the ground, so wherever you are, they can jump to you. So the terrain, I think they ignore that completely, and they can just jump all the way to where you're at. And that's a problem, for me at least. Because when I'm trying to recover, I just get chased. So that sound you just heard now is zombies, like normal zombies. The dwellers have a zombie and like a voice sound, like as if they're, I wouldn't, well, they are living, but dead living, basically. So I am trying to figure out, I wouldn't say a way to get myself in a position where I wouldn't be attacked by them, but there comes another one. See, they ignore the terrain. Exactly what I thought. I thought I was good after this one, but nope, I was wrong. No. There is multiple of them, and they either sniff you out, or they, I think it's kind of like um, the heat. I wouldn't say the heat vision, but it's like they hear you, or like when you move, that's when they run after you, because it can't be by, it can't be them physically seeing you. I think it's they hear you and they run after you. Because that's what's happened to me multiple times. Like I've just been running randomly in an area, and all of a sudden, boom, one just comes after me, and then another one, and then another one. So, and I get a fright every time. Like, it scares the living daylights out of me because I'm not prepared for it. It just comes out of nowhere, hits me, and then I'm gone. You see, you hear the sounds. There's the creeper down there. I think that's a creeper. Yeah, it's a creeper. I did snipe it. But I wasn't ready for what was gonna happen next. Nope. I thought I was just gonna go mine some diamonds, and I'll be fine. But no. Can't even do that. Can't even mine diamonds. I did, however, get enough diamonds for a full set of armor, but I had to do it the opposite way. I had to cave myself down in the depths where they wouldn't find me, so that the walls and the floor and the roof was just all black stone. No, deep state. Sorry, because There was no way I was getting away from these guys, so I decided to go under them instead of above, where they have the advantage. I did dig into some caves areas, which is fine, but overall, I think that these things are just not cool at all. They come out of nowhere, they hunt you, until you're dead, super dead, by the way, and then they go back to being cave dwellers, and I have to go. Hello, there we go. I think it's these two that killed me. Now go on, boys, enjoy. I know you haven't had a meal in a while. Yep, told you. Yep, uh-huh. Just whacked my cheek. Not cool. It's not cool. Okay, so this is the part where I basically went back down into a different spot and just started mining deep slate for the mega balls. But I won't put you through the entire process of me digging this digging what's that? Digging this tunnel out. So I will speed it up so you don't have to. Okay, well, I thought I would be happily mining, but apparently I looked at this enderman wrong, and so he decided to send me back home. Let me know to repair my tools. I'm guessing that's what that was about, or get inventory space or something. Because I was so flabbergasted that I got hit that I just ran back and decided, okay, you want to hit me? Let's go again. I needed that deep slate, so it was happening whether or not he liked it or not.